giving them at work.
I gotta put some music on this. This be the longest 25 seconds in life.
Yeah. Gotta work on that intro, big dog.
Yeah, because I just, you know what, I have an issue with. There's a company out there that if you put any type of music on your podcast, they automatically flag you as copyright, even though you got the paperwork for the copyright. So, like the Gathering the Old Men podcast intro, at one point last month, every single live video we did, they flagged it. I spent 2 hours going through 100 and something videos, disputing the copyright, adding my receipt to it. Man, I'm trying to be a good Christian. I really am. I am not the type of person that will ever hack anything. But I thought about it. Ooh, I thought about it. So that's why we don't have music right now. I would prefer an artist to make us intro music, even to update the other show music, but you know, it is what it is. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all and welcome you to the Madness Basketball Podcast. Myself, DKTP, Doc Holiday is here. I'm not sure if Marlo's gonna come to the show. We'll figure that out. He'll probably call. You know what? Straight up, like right off the top rope, man. Right off the top rope.
Oh, here we go.
Check ball, man.
The man said off the top rope like Jay Uso in the WrestleMania.
Man, listen. I was having me a good week, a little frustrating Monday.
Go.
But I was having me a nice day.
Okay.
Even with the stuff Lionel had did with causing World War sweat, even that was okay. Shannon Sharp, why we got to be in a group chat? Why? I don't, and I know this is a very serious topic, but before we get to the serious stuff, somebody need to explain to me something. One, he got a marriage proposal way than any other man would ever get a marriage proposal. I immediately asked my wife why I ain't get that marriage proposal. I need to know. I go look at the text message if you don't know what I'm talking about. Circle back later and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that was the marriage proposal of all marriage proposals. We do know that there's a thing where black men are fetishized by other people. So it's a fetish to them that they're dealing with a black man. That's also in the text messages. It's also in the text messages. And unfortunately, I'm a PWI guy, right? I tell y'all this. Everybody know I love FAMU. I got FAMU on right now. I got it on right now. I'm a PWI guy. Y'all got to explain to me. Did he not get the same lessons I got when I went to school? Because my mama told me what to do and not to do, and who not to be doing it with. And I'm trying to say that gently. I'm trying to say it gently. What's the comedian that was on the show? Was it Talk or whatever? The Zeta. Was it Dale?
Cheryl Underwood.
Is it Adele Gibbons?
Cheryl Underwood.
Cheryl Underwood. Yes. Cheryl Underwood back in the day had a comedy skit, and she said, had OJ listened to her, he could have had a black woman that did all the freaking things he liked and made him homemade biscuits. That's all I'm saying, Shannon.
But he was married to a white black woman before they got divorced, and he went with Nicole. He guess he didn't feel white enough.
He went to school in Orangeburg. I've been to Orangeburg. You can shoot the yard deer and find something beautiful in Orangeburg. This make
Savannah State.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. He went to that make it. Have you been to Savannah State?
Yeah, I've been to Savannah.
I want to go ahead and say this, that this podcast is subject to deletion if she sees it. Anyway, now that we got that out the way, there is no excuse. None. There's no excuse for the way he carrying on. It don't make no sense, man. It don't. And I just want to be clear on a couple things, because I know I make a lot of jokes. Part of this is not a joking matter. It's not. That is for me. Nobody else. That's for me. Part of this is not a joking matter. Like the text messages was he ha ha. The audio, bro,
is out there. It's out there.
Man,
that's just one of those, like, what are we doing? Like, what kind of person are you? Is where we're at with this one.
Right.
What type of person do you want to be portrayed as? Because right now, you don't look like a good person.
You look like the
villain. What I mean?
Like
we want to endorse people that we can believe in. You ain't a role model. This is the role model behavior. You can't say that you're a pillar in the black community, but you out here chasing white women. Please make it make sense. And don't worry. I'll wait.
I'm just saying, you over there. You said chase white women. I'm gonna be like what my granny used to say: stop chasing the white hoes out there.
Granny be right.
Wow.
Granny be right.
And now you got.
I don't do nothing like that.
Now you got a couple things to worry about. You know what I mean? How is this going to affect your professional career? Because this ain't not only going to hit you in the pockets, but like what we was talking about earlier, is there's a plan that he was going to be making $100 million, through ESPN. So ESPN, I got a question for y'all.
He gonna get that Pat McAfee money?
Do y'all hire rapists? Is that something that's condoned within the organization? Because I thought this was a family-friendly network that was for sports. But your poster child, first of all, you're already guilty in the public in the court of public opinion until proven otherwise. This isn't no innocent until proven guilty, because we've heard what's being said. If there's a tape, I don't know how you combat a tape. You can scream AI, but whatever they say he did that shit. I don't know, man. The timing of it is terrible, seeing as how the basketball playoffs just started. Like, I don't know.
It is.
The timing of everything.
I would, if I didn't understand the legal process, I would assume that they waited until all these announcements. But this been in the works. They've been sending him demand letters. So you could have wrapped this up when that letter first came.
Didn't he offer $10 million to try to settle?
He offered her $10 million. And she said she won't have $100 million.
She won't have what he's projected to get if he signs it.
Y'all thought
You know
them
what I mean?
25 grand per cheek was a lot.
Well, you know what I'm telling you, you better kiss my whole entire ass. I'll be like Della Reese off of Harlem Nights. Kiss my whole entire ass.
And I ain't one of them dudes that I am not one of them dudes that want to sit here and bash women. I am sitting here talking about a grown behind man. I
didn't say one thing bad about her.
No, I'm talking about me. I just want to make sure that, like, I think a lot of what we say out there is jokes. Like, people say I'm celibate because that lady told me she was celibate one time. I said, okay, well, I buy a bit. Hee ha ha. 25 grand a cheek to 5 million a cheek. And if you read the text messages, a tongue, whatever, right? So this is like, it's wild. And I'm so restrained right now. I am so restrained.
Troy, did she consent? That is the word of the day. Consent. Did she consent?
So
that's why I said all the facts.
This is what's wild. So
that's it.
There is one accounting of loss, like there's one list of lawsuits, you have people that talk about what's in the lawsuit, and then you have another set of people saying, oh yeah, this is in the lawsuit too. I don't know. It is not that important to me, other than some jokes and some serious, hey, what are we doing moments. It ain't that serious to me, because at the end of the day, whatever happens in court happens in court. I'm gonna say this. Hey, Dr. Kanisha, consent can change. Matter of fact, let's put that on the screen. Consent can change
at any point.
Okay.
At any point.
So what's being, and I'm gonna keep that same energy about R. Kelly as I will keep that in the same space. If he did that, he got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Well, he is paying.
However that pay looks. So again,
I'm telling you, like I said, whatever they say he did that shit.
He paying for it. He paying for
it. Whatever they said he did.
This goes back to
until proven otherwise. This isn't criminal court where your guilt has to be proven. This is now your innocence has to be proven.
This is civil court. She won't.
Yeah, this is
taking
totally
civil
different.
Court.
And criminal cases make civil cases easier. And if there were criminal charges filed, like if let's say the preemption to before it became a civil matter, if she would have went to the police right away, this is something that may have already been taken care of. But now with no actual police report filed, now it turns into a civil matter. Now we're trying to base dollars versus how much, how egregious this action was.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If I'm Chevy Short, if I got that type of money like that, nigga, y'all signed it. All of y'all, whoever I deal with, signed the NDAs. Here you go. Sign this. It was at I'm just saying though, man.
She refused the NDA. She refused to sign the NDA. And
then he did it anyway. So then
he's still.
That's on him then.
Monique told him sit down somewhere for these.
Yeah, she really did tell him to sit his ass down somewhere. She said it. Cheryl Underwood said it on his show on Club Shay Shay. Shit. Even Cat Williams said, "Hey, bro, you gotta chill out.
But I will say this: I would never take advice from Monique.
Oh, well, there's that.
Whoop, damn.
So before
you got to do your research about people.
So,
that is true.
Do your research about people. And what I found out about her is the fact that she has not been a great parent to her kids, and that is something that I don't respect. So that's just my feelings. I got 3 kids, and when if I know that you somebody that ain't good to your kids, I have no respect for you because I could never be that way towards mine.
I get you.
That's just me. Like if I had a homeboy, he wouldn't take care of his kids, I'm on your ass, and well, we not friends. That's just simple as that. I take that very seriously.
It is. You know what? Let me snatch that down real quick. Let me tell you. See, you hit on the point. You hit on the point real quick. Side note: this whole social media narrative on dads, I'm never gonna be okay with because none of the dudes that I have ever been with is that.
Yeah.
Me, Marlo, Brew, my cousin don't have kids, but his stepkid, they either divorced. My family funny that you could be divorced and not really be divorced. He been with every step of the way with his stepdaughter, brand new granddad, all of that. So I don't, dude. It's just our family, TP. That's just how we are. Like my uncle and my aunt was divorced 20 years of my life, but there was no paperwork ever filed. I'm just gonna put it like that.
Somebody sleeping on the couch.
That's just how.
Right, exactly.
Man,
somebody sleeping on the couch.
My uncle had a whole apartment that he had a key to.
Oh,
your uncle follow granddad from
his dinner is on the table. So yeah, no, like my Uncle Charles, Korea War vet, he ain't played by his family, and my aunt ain't played by it either. So, but yeah, no, we don't play by kids. We do not play by kids.
But at the same time,
so that was just not.
No, I was just saying, like, yeah, Monique told him to sit his ass down, and Cheryl Underwood said the same thing. Like, didn't even know. Remember, it was on his show that we found out that Cheryl and him used to date. Cheryl Underwood and him used to date. Him and Cheryl, like, come on now, just chill out.
Hold on.
You got to go back to the episode
real quick. Cheryl Underwood that y'all see today ain't the Cheryl Underwood to the 90s.
Like
the Cheryl Underwood in the 90s.
Well, they used today. They was out there.
So, but this man, like, these text messages is crazy. Like, this whole situation is crazy. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. And he could never hang with the group.
Do you go after the credibility of Tony Busby, the attorney? Because
here's what I'm gonna say this. Yeah. Nobody ever went after Gloria Allred's credibility.
Who's that?
She was a part of the Bill Cosby lawsuits.
Yep.
She was a part of every major the girl that sued 50 Cent but then lost. She was with her.
Oh, okay.
So nobody ever questioned her credibility. And I'm not going. Some of the cases that Busby's had, yeah, they've been dubious. But I'm gonna say this: nobody lacks a lawyer till you need one.
I would say your reputation does matter. Your reputation does matter, and if you're taking these outlandish cases in the pursuit of ruining black men's names, like that's your mission, that that's very telling.
I'm questioning.
I'm gonna question it. I'm gonna question it. If all your cases is you trying to get a buck out of somebody and you losing cases because there's no factual evidence, that tells me that you be out here fishing.
Because she got him right. He's the same one that went after Deshaun Watson, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the same one that went after Deshaun Watson.
And so that's his mantra. I take down. I get you paid. Hey, if you feel like you got a case against a rich man, call me. Top Dog Law.
Question is, where she got that money from? Where she get the money from to retain a lawyer like that?
Oh no, this is one of those. This is one of those. I'll get paid when you get paid. I don't make a cent unless you make a cent. You call me and I will win your case.
And if you lose, guess what? Bitch, you still gotta pay.
No, it's nothing. If they lose, it's nothing.
It's nothing.
Because remember,
if you lose, it's nothing.
Hell no, you look, boy.
But anything that gets settled, and look, here's the thing. So he tried to settle with her for $10 million before she had a lawyer. She gets a lawyer and now it's $50 million. So even if they still meet in the middle somewhere and they settle for anything, now he's gonna get paid a lot, regardless.
Well, that retainer fee is a motherfucker.
No, it's
not a retainer fee.
It's gonna be a percentage.
It's just
gonna be a percentage of the settlement.
That's why I meant the percentage.
It's kind of like a sports contract, right?
And and there is no limits.
You have an agent, and their fee is 2%. So if you score a $400 million contract, it's 2% of whatever that's going to be, which is a lot.
Which is why, like, certain NBA players, because they know everything, or not know everything, but like, there's nothing to negotiate. Like, they know their value, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, like Shea, for example, he doesn't have an agent. So, like, why am I about to pay that 2%, or why am I about to pay that percentage?
His mama is agent.
Yeah, I'm about to say his mama is agent. And the same thing with Jason Tatum.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
so
his
like,
mom is his mom and dad is his agent.
Because what is there to negotiate? You're going to give me a supermax, or you're going to let me go somewhere and I'm gonna get a max, just like they did with Luka. Luka, if he would have stayed in Dallas, he would have got a supermax. But now since he's not in Dallas, he's gonna get the normal max, but it's still going to be the most you can give a player.
Troy, can we be on that subject? Because I got to crash out on Nico Harris.
Hold on, we gonna take a brief little moment.
To get the max and a ring. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be.
I'm getting ready to crash out.
No, we're gonna come back. We're gonna put commercial break.
The max and the ring. Yes,
we're gonna come back because you know what? We gotta.
Rangers in 5.
Tell him, Jamal.
That's what got that man in trouble in the first place. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Still,
what the hell is that on the screen? That should say BCU donation fund.
We're going around the whole sweat, Marlo. The whole.
Why in the fuck is it under my picture? What in the hell just happened? My bad, y'all. I
tell you what, Marlo will never hesitate to alienate a whole fan base.
That's the greatest of all time.
Zoom in on me. I need to talk about this.
Oh man, hold on, but let's go ahead and start the segment. Let's just go ahead and start the segment. Because it's only ball up top. This ball up top. Because, oh man, listen, these Dallas fans, this is going to be a reoccurring thing.
I'm a Dallas fan. Yes, how is everybody doing tonight? Y'all know, y'all see me. I'm Doc Holliday, HBC Overdrive, but I'm your avid Dallas Mavericks fan, Mavs fan for life, MFFL. All right. Now, Nico said with a straight up face, I'm Dr. Kadisha know what we talking about. He said with a straight up face that he did not know that the fans love Luka like that. We have named him when he was here in Dallas, because he used to come to the hood. He used to come over to Oak Cliff all the time. We named him after a street named Ledbetter. We named him Ledbetter Luka. And we named Kyrie, Keystone Pope Kyrie, from a neighborhood. And you mean to tell me it is down there, it is close to 2 million people in the city of Dallas. And you don't think that none of these folks didn't like Luka, and you decided to trade this man like a thief in the night to the Lakers for a Constructicon and some communion crackers.
Still communion crackers.
Nico. I'm just like Arsenio Hall and Harlem Night. You can kiss my ass. The whole city of Dallas is telling you to kiss their ass. You gonna have to. This is what's gonna have to happen. You're gonna have to cash in with this draft. Get somebody in here to ball with AD and Kyrie, or your ass is going to be on the next damn train out the city of Dallas, and you might not even get a train.
Over hell.
Bitch, you won't even get on the plane. We put you on the Greyhound bus.
Why I gotta be the bad guy? Why y'all put me in the role to be the bad guy? All right, I hear what you're saying. Here is the problem: Dallas made the play-in.
Yeah, we made the play-in, but at the time, remember, before the trade was coming in, and understanding so that Derek Lively was injured, and Daniel Gafford did get injured a little bit. We were in 5th place. We were in 5th place before this trade came in.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. We were in 5th place. We already had 30 wins. We already, like, when this trade came in, we damn near had 30 wins already. We were in 5th place. And
bad scene.
Injury after injury. And of course, Kyrie getting injured hurt everything, because he was the man that could actually he could get a bucket without just having a ball in his hand. Like, come on, man. Now, if it was AD, if it was AD coming out of Kentucky, yes, I would go with him, because that man had some springs. He played defense. You had to put him at the 5. You put him at the 4, because he'd been talking about not being at the 5 for the very longest, even when he was in New Orleans. But at the same time, you don't give away your fucking franchise.
Call AD Fine China.
Fine China. Yeah, he is Fine China.
All right, don't shoot. Hear me out. Don't shoot. I hear all this love. I hear all the love for Luka. I hear it, right? I don't necessarily agree with the love. I don't understand the love. But again, I grew up watching Larry Bird. What I don't understand,
he's
right?
just like him.
No, the hell he not. Larry Bird ain't never played defense like that.
Well, okay. I was gonna say offensively. I'm sorry. I was gonna say offensively, not defensively, and not like passion.
But this is what I'm getting to.
Craftiness on offense is what I would say.
This is what I'm getting to though. Luka and everybody I watched every one of the shows. I just watched every show this morning. Everybody tried to dance around. Luka was the tip of the spear when it came to the defense. And he was olaying all night long.
We know he was olaying. We knew that here in Dallas that he olayed on defense. But here's the thing. The two most important people in franchise history you don't fucking trade is Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic. You don't trade
He'll
them
make
two.
you remember this.
You don't trade them two. You don't trade them two. It's so bad. No, y'all know it's so bad that Dirk done gave this nigga the stink face. Like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, what is you doing?
And again,
I said I'm trying to figure out why Dallas fans hadn't started the fight.
Oh, I'm coming in feet first.
Right.
I told you.
Y'all down 20 right now. Start the fight.
Oh, Minnesota. I mean, Memphis. Yeah, Memphis lit.
Memphis fight. Come on, fellas.
I'm coming in with feet first.
I don't have any respect for any team that fired their coach a few weeks before the playoffs and thought they was gonna do something.
Thank you.
Now,
it's like, hey, this is what I'm saying. Like, when you trade somebody like that, it's like the Houston Rockets trading Akeem Olajuwon coming off of a championship season. You don't think the owner or the GM would have got ran out of town in Houston?
Yeah.
It's like, they would have got ran out of town. It's like, God damn it. It's like Jeannie Buss said, fuck it, I'm gonna trade Kobe.
They almost did.
So
they almost did, but guess what though? They didn't.
They would have burnt the whole city of Los Angeles.
They would have burnt the whole city down.
But the ownership stopped.
I'm telling you, I'm waiting on y'all to start the fight.
I mean, the thing is,
the first person to throw their shoes at the owner win.
And that's who should be catching all the flack. That's my only thing. The ownership getting a pass in Dallas, an absolute pass. If let's just say, for instance, I was in New York, right?
And y'all trade away Patrick Ewing back in the day. Man, y'all Negroes would have rided goddamn New York City. The Rats would have been fighting in New York City.
New York City would still be trying to restart to this day.
So
that shit would have been gone.
So the ownership has got.
So is Dallas gonna ride by Luka or no?
No, they ain't riding by Luka. They gonna bitch him on a little bit. They gonna not listen. Being in certain select seats in any sport, if you are a season ticket holder, that is a big thing.
That's a real big thing here in Dallas.
Marlo not giving up his buck seats because of what it is. That ship is sailed. He gonna take them seats to his grades. So I understand that.
But here's the thing though, too. Here's the thing. If Mark Cuban was the owner right now for the Mavericks, you think he would have traded Luka?
No. And
he know how much the city loved it, man, and he know how much financial stability this man was brought to the city.
But we also got to keep a buck with Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban had a bunch of stuff in his administration that kind of put him in a point to where either he was going to do something or the NBA was going to do something. Yeah, he had several issues.
He had several issues with workplace allegations.
No.
He did that. That's the reason why he hired Sid Marshall from AT&T. She didn't know too much about basketball, but she knew about the workplace.
Yeah.
She knew how to run a tight. She ran a tight ship too. Like you don't get away with anything in Dallas. Not with the Mavericks. Not now.
But I'm gonna get us to these playoffs because somebody has yet to explain to me how the Memphis Grizzlies lost by 50 in a professional NBA contest. How?
I mean, it's been done before. Apparently, I didn't even know that. I thought this was the worst. Apparently, there's been worse.
Oh yeah, I remember one year. I think TP remember this when the Mavericks we played the Rockets in the playoffs. We beat the brakes off of them by 50. Yeah, we beat. Wait a minute. The same year we went to the championship in 2011. We kicked the shit out of Kobe Bryant.
Oh!
We kicked Kobe Bryant and the Lakers by 50. on our way to a championship season.
Nah, but when that year he had just came off an injury.
Yeah, that was the year he came off an injury.
He had just came off an injury. Y'all would not beating a completely healthy Kobe like that. Stop.
Bro, when was the injury? When was the injury?
Injury
he played
80 before. It was an injury.
It was what?
That's crazy though.
But still though, he played in the playoffs, right?
Still though, amen. Hallelujah. We beat him
because we wasn't gonna keep him out the playoffs.
And he got swept too. I'm gonna be honest with you. We put a 50-piece and swept their ass.
Built the ass. Tell them
the Lakers would listen.
Hey, every GOAT has gotten swept at least once. That's just a rite of passage. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Jordan got his teeth kicked in.
But
Bron got his teeth kicked in.
Jamal, not to get swept and lose the fourth game by 50 points. No.
That's rough.
That's
it happens. Like LeBron's teams, like I remember he's got blown out in a playoff game before, like by 30.
Shit.
So like,
hey, they ain't had nobody but him. He got him to the last game.
Listen, I'm
talking about the 07 LeBron team.
But either way, I'm saying it's happened before, you know. So like
it's happened
for
but
everybody.
You don't fire your coach and then expect the playoff game you're gonna be okay. Like I don't
be fine.
I don't care how much experience your assistant coach got. You have not put him in a lose-lose situation where he got to come up with a game because they don't have regular game plans in the regular season. No. Ask JJ Redick. They have just, we gonna get through these games, and when the playoffs come, we know what we need to do. This is the game plan. They got a whole week to game plan for your best stuff, your best players. And I don't think Memphis has the horses they think they have. And all of that, listen, Zoolander.
They don't.
Is still Zoolander.
They do not.
He got one move. That's it.
Oh.
Oh, that Zach Edey. Oh, he been getting double
since they fired
coach. I mean, he's 7'4". What other move? Does he have? But I mean, he's 7'4". What other move does he have except for a drop step and you right at the basket?
5 and 3 today. He is stinky today. Very stinky today.
Listen, if you ever notice, there are players that I be on, not like the good players that I be making fun of. There are players that I be on, like this Zach Edey thing. It's real hate because it don't make no sense to be that big and that sorry.
But he's not. He's not. Look at bro.
He's not sorry.
Bro, look at his numbers from every game
after the coach got fired. Yeah.
No.
Way before.
Yeah. After the coach got fired, exactly.
Yeah, he had double.
His numbers look good before the coach got fired.
That too.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
Under,
like he was playing more in the second half of the season.
There is no reason why he should have been averaging before all of the turmoil. He should have been averaging 10 rebounds a game.
He wasn't. I don't know if he was even starting, to be honest.
He wasn't starting. This is what I'm telling you. You got to do 7-4 on the bench, and y'all playing small ball.
He's got a double-double in every game outside of the game that they just lost by 50 in. Every game.
He bigger than everything OKC got on. At the very least, I'll expect him to play physical. There was no physicalness in that game.
Here's the thing, though, with Memphis, your big three got to play. They got to play better than what it is.
And if I'm going to give Zach Edey smoke, Jackson got to get smoked too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your big three.
But they're playing better tonight. That's the thing. They are playing better tonight.
And they still lose by 20.
No, they're not. They're losing by 12.
Oh, they got it down because at one point it was 20.
Yeah,
so 3J, Ja, and Desmond Bain, they all need to step up. Like for real. Like 3J, he got 20 points right now. But
that's what they needed the other day. You know?
We need a double from you. And Ja, look, you supposed to be scoring 20-something points a game. I need my 25, I need 26, 27, and I need like 6-7 assists coming out of you. And Desmond Bain score at least 19, 20 points a game. I need 20 from all three of them, like for real. And then the bench need to come. They need to come and play.
I said,
all Zach Edey got to do is give you like a cool 10. That's it. Maybe if he squeaks his way or swindles his way, it's a 10. That's it. Look what it is. It's like he need to get 2 offensive rebounds, 2 lobs, and 1 random bucket. He don't need that many moves to score. He don't.
He needs to impose his will on the rebounding ball.
But on that team, you have Ja, Jaren, and Bane doing most of the scoring anyways. All you got to do is do the little parts. You're gonna get you like 3-4 lobs in the game, right? You figure. Go and grab you a couple offensive rebounds, and then just grab all the defensive rebounds. That's it.
Desmond Bane is the only one
he's been doing.
And I'm going by these analytics. Desmond Bane is
the only one that's been hooping.
Has a 0+-. Jaren Jackson got a -13. Zach Edey got a -6. Ja got a -6. Scottie Pippen Jr. You should probably ask them. You know what? I'm not going to do that. Scottie Pippen Jr. got a -7. What Alderman is a -11.
Leave him out of whatever his dad got going on, man. He's balling.
Conchar is -something. Like these man. Listen, I am not an analytics guy, but that +- tells me what happens when you on the floor. And right now, ain't nothing good on the floor. Because,
well, again, it was better than last game.
That got 12 points. You getting? Hold on. Yeah, we finna start the Zach Edey. We finna start the Zach Edey slander for real.
But Chet's good though.
Chet is 115 pounds soaking wet.
But he's not going. But see, Zach Edey not going against Chet. He's going against Hartenstein.
Exactly.
He's going up against Hartenstein.
That's Jaren Jackson's matchup. Tell him, Doc.
Yeah, Jaren's matchup is Chet.
It's not gonna get better.
But Jaren's not trying to get better. He's not trying to be out there in that perimeter. Hartenstein ain't gonna be out there on that perimeter.
Listen, 3J need to call ISO and go into that paint, into that little boy, ask for mercy. Because that little boy ain't got no business being on the court with you. He 115 pounds, soaking wet. I'm going into the paint every time. Now, I will say
he ain't going, but that's the thing though. He's not.
The team defense with OKC is something to behold. They getting in every passing lane. If you slack with the dribbling, they're gonna get the ball. They play true team defense. Nobody else is playing that type of defense right now. Nobody. So, I mean, I had to get my Zach Edey slander in. But that whole team, y'all need to blame y'all decision on going to the owner and say we need to coach out. Whoever came up with that smooth move, whether it's the guy throwing fake hand grenades in the crowd, whether it's the fake villain, whoever came up with the game plan to get rid of the head coach, this is what you get.
Well, you know who's gonna get the brunt of that is Ja Morant.
Yeah.
He's the one with the max deal.
But the thing is, Ja didn't have nothing to do with them wanting to get the coach fired, though. Like,
and that's the wild part. I don't think he had nothing to do with it at all. No. But he's in his own little box.
He's gonna catch the blame for it.
Eventually he will.
The reason why he got the Jenkins got fired is because the offense that they was trying to run. You know, they were trying to run more like a motion offense.
They weren't running that European offense.
They weren't running the European offense. Like, you got to understand.
You can't run a European offense with niggas from the South.
Yeah,
it ain't working.
Say it again, bro.
You gonna run that? You gonna run that 1-5
European style offense? Go and get you some European style players. You're not running a European style offense with a nigga named Ja.
And this is why all those players at Florida State was pushed in the portal. I said what I said. Because the moment that offense don't work at Florida State,
damn, this ain't he
I
got
am
nothing to do with them
on
people.
your ass. I am Charlie Ward got hired across the street. Sam Cassell is still an assistant in Boston. There is.
You think Sam Cassell worried about that? He about to win him another NBA
Yo,
championship.
Nepo baby hired who he wanted. Calm down. Shit,
all I'm gonna say is this. All I'm gonna say is
tell
this.
them, Jamal.
If Ski Mask don't have 2 excellent seasons, football and basketball, we ride at dawn. That's all I'm gonna say.
Who is Ski Mask?
You know Ski Mask is Florida State AD.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we ride at dawn. That's all I'm saying. But
get your pitchforks ready.
While we talking ball up top, I had the wondrous joy of my Knicks winning a playoff game in the Garden. And then the refs decided the next game, we just ain't gonna we ain't calling no foul.
You gonna blame the refs for not being aggressive? How about blame Cat? Let's start.
I ain't talking about Cat. I'm talking about all my perimeter players driving to the hole, getting kicked in the face, and don't get no foul.
How about blame Cade Cunningham for kicking y'all ass?
Yeah, tell him, dog.
It ain't even Cade. I'm not gonna put in.
Like, I'm not getting
Cade came in and said, "Y'all look, y'all think we soft,
right?
But we remember we are the ones we are the team that has the malice in the palace. This ain't your same. This not your same Detroit team. So I like Cade Cunningham. And plus,
you know what? You know what? I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. It's Tibbs. Listen to these minutes. Mikal Bridges, 38 minutes.
It's not Tibbs.
OG, no, we're not doing that. OG Anunoby, 42 minutes. Karl Anthony Towns, 33 minutes. Brunson, 44 minutes. Hart, 40 minutes. Robinson, 20 minutes. Payne had 4 minutes. McBride had 13 minutes. And the walk-on Shamet had 4 minutes. It's Tibbs. My backup guard can't get 10 minutes. I can't get him 10 minutes off the bench. And again, hold on, wait. Why we signed PJ Tucker? Why? What was the purpose?
But
we just give him money.
Well, PJ Tucker, maybe he's not needed in this series.
Did you just hear the miss that just ran off? Here go the best part.
He's gonna be needed in the series, but Tibbs ain't gonna give him he's not gonna give him the time to play because he relies solely on his starters.
We have 6 players with no minutes. Why do we have them on the team?
Well, your rotation in the playoffs is only going to be about 9 or 10 players, so you're only going to play about four, maybe.
Our rotation
5
is 7.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot because Boston can go all deep in their damn bench.
Well, the thing is, that's what they like. They have that luxury. They have that luxury. Most teams don't.
Boston, Lil Timmy won 6th Man of the Year. You mean to tell me I can't get Payne and Shamet 8 more minutes apiece? That's it.
Let me see.
8.
No. Clearly not.
Jalen Brunson took 27 shots.
He's supposed to be your point guard.
Why?
Mikal Bridges took 18
That's
shots.
what made me so mad. Why he take so many shots?
Why?
Because Karl Anthony Towns took 11 the whole game.
Because
that's the dude I want to fight.
Into the
well, we told y'all he was.
That's the
No, that's
problem I'm having,
because Cat want to shoot threes. He out there on the perimeter with Brunson.
Man, you don't get your big ass in the goddamn paint and start bullying folks in the paint.
I wish Anthony Mason would still alive.
He could do it. I seen him do it live.
No,
I don't know what he was doing last game. He made me mad.
What I'm saying is, Karl Anthony Towns always had this reputation of trying to be wanting to be a small player in a big player's body. If you don't get your big motherfucking ass down in the damn paint and start banging on folks, come on, man. Why am I paying you this much money? You 7 feet tall. You about 270 pounds.
On this very show.
We said it last year.
We said
when they
this
was in the
3
playoffs.
weeks ago on this very show.
I want to slap the absolute taste out of Karl Anthony mouth. It's you blessed to be 7 feet. You know what? I ain't gonna blame them. I'm gonna blame their coach at Kentucky. That's who I'm gonna blame. Because I got examples of your
he was the defensive beast at Kentucky. Don't blame him. He was a beast.
I got 3 examples.
Yeah, at Kentucky,
I got 3 examples.
Look at the team.
Go back and look at it. Kentucky was the best defensive team in the country that year.
They have 3 big men that came into the league and said, I think I'm a small forward. You got one in Dallas who refuses to play the 5. If you don't get your slew foot big head behind down there,
but he don't play the 5. Who? He was never a 5. Talking about AD. He was never a 5.
You talking about the guy who played guard his whole life and then had an 8-inch growth spurt.
Right. Like his whole body.
That's the person
you better him, Troy.
His whole body ain't caught up with him. That's what he's saying.
I don't care.
Do you?
Here you go.
Man, versatility. Like we've seen what versatility can do. We had the example of KG. This dude could have been the second coming of KG. He want to be the second coming of Glenn Rice.
No, see, there lies your problem because your correlation is off, right? Because he's not even as tall as Kevin Garnett. He's actually shorter. And Kevin Garnett didn't play the 5. He played the 4.
He played the 4 his whole
career.
Until he got to Boston.
So this correlation
My
is off.
correlation is only that because of the era of basketball we're in. That's it.
Basketball
we playing small ball.
4. He was never a 5. The Lakers
always played the 5.
No,
they didn't have anybody else.
Yeah, wait. Troy said we playing small ball.
Played 4.
But the only reason why you got 7 footers trying to shoot 3-pointers.
But you also got to remember,
everybody want to be Dirk Nowitzki now.
Like he said, AD was 6'2", going into high school, going in his freshman year in high school, and he shot up. 8 inches in 3 years.
That man was a point guard.
He was a point guard.
AD was a point guard.
That man's body has not caught up. I know it's been a long ass time. He got drafted in 2011. His body has not caught up with him. That's the reason why when he puts that weight on, going from he was at 215, 220 when he was at Kentucky. You telling him to put an extra 30-something pounds on, that breaks his body down right there. If you can get me AD at 230, I'm good. And then what's the other big man? What's the other big man coming from? But what's the other big man you talk about from Kentucky? You talk about DeMarcus Cousins? We talk about Boogie Cousins?
No, Boogie was in the paint. Boogie was Boogie.
But guess what? Boogie started getting his ass into the NBA. He was like, okay, I'm about to start shooting threes. Boogie
but
kept
they all expanded their game. Now, I'm not finna act like players didn't get into the league and expand their game. I'm not acting like that. But
I'll be right
Boogie,
back.
until he got
out of here.
All right, man. Drive, man. Be safe.
I'll be back on there.
Well, all I'm saying is players expand their game. That's not Like that's what they do. They expand their game. It's
we
not
cannot
unusual.
we cannot argue with physics, right? If I go into a game and AD is my center and I'm going against Jokic, who has the advantage?
Jokic.
Exactly. So why would I not take the opportunity to get an actual center that can combat him? I love what the Clippers are doing. Oh my God.
Zubac.
Zubac?
Who would have thought 10 years
That's
ago?
baby Jokic. That's
that
the center.
That Wally dude on the Lakers playing with Kobe Bryant.
Like that was the worst thing they could have
of.
ever did was let Zubac walk because he would have made the team go. If they would have kept AD and Zubac on that team, they would have dominated.
I can't believe. So everybody had them these Mount Rushmores this week, and again, I just want to say this for the record: us programmers are going to have to pay for our crimes because what we have unleashed onto the world is some straight utter BS, absolute utter BS. The things I've seen this week, that the top 4 female rappers, and y'all people said Nicki Minaj.
She is.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and move on.
I was done.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move on because I'm not gonna do this.
What?
I'm not gonna do this. Nope.
Who has had a better career than Nicki Minaj?
I ain't talking about better career. I said Mount Rushmore.
I know good and goddamn well.
Is this rappers?
Say what I thought you said.
Is this rappers? Is
this female
what
rapper?
Matters?
I was I was just getting into the example of why programmers need to pay for our crimes. Because we didn't unleash Chat GPT onto the world. So now I'm making Muppets out of everything. We got to pay for our crimes.
Who has had a better career than Nicki Minaj?
I'd rather you make Muppets than Bush.
Anyway, I'm not going to get to the whole Mount Rushmore thing. I'm just saying.
Right now, Megan Thee Stallion is having a better career than Nicki Minaj.
No,
Let's go.
Not.
Right now, and she ain't even done. Megan Thee Stallion is having a better career than Nicki Minaj.
This is how the podcast gets the way.
No, but let's be honest.
She's not, and I'm from Houston. I can say that. She's not.
You think so?
I do not.
She has already won 2 Grammys. She is going to headline Coachella next year. Your favorite Nicki Minaj verse is a feature. I fucking said it.
No, well, yeah, maybe that might be true, but the other thing is like her album sales. Like her album sales are crazy.
Monster.
You just proved my point. Thank you.
What?
I know it is true. The only thing Nicki Minaj benefited from is being the only one. That is it. And the reason why I'm telling Megan is having a better career because Megan ain't the only one. Megan got actual competition. She ain't the only one, and she's still doing the same thing. So of course you're gonna be the best when you don't have no competition.
See, the problem when it comes
right now, Megan's career, she has
range.
Already had a better career than Nicki Minaj.
Everything sounds the same. She ain't got range. I'm sorry.
Who?
Megan Thee Stallion don't have
range. So you've never listened to a Megan record?
I have. She don't have range.
You have never listened to a Megan record. Nicki Minaj's best song, your favorite Nicki Minaj verse is a feature, and her best song not even categorized as a rap song. It's categorized as pop, and her ex-boyfriend wrote it.
Well, I'm gonna move us along.
Damn.
We'll dive down this hole forever. But I gotta give Kawhi his flowers. I would have loved to see him more, but I gotta give him his flowers. Had he been healthy, we would have a very different GOAT debate. A very, very different GOAT debate because he wasn't healthy. We're having different debates. But right now, Kawhi is a bull in the china shop. And can't nobody stop him.
They can't stop him or Harden.
No.
Yeah, but the difference between him and Harden is Harden will go get you a bucket. Kawhi will get you a bucket and a stop.
Yep. James Harden is still a traffic
That's
cone.
very
That
true.
has never changed. He is still a traffic cone.
That is true.
I will argue nothing
Ain't nobody
against
argue
that.
with that.
DK is coming. It's
But
coming
you
soon.
put them together, right?
Or-
You put them on the same flow together, playing at their best. That's hard to beat. And what we're seeing is the 4 versus 5. These are the two most evenly matched teams, and this is the most evenly
It's gonna
matched.
be hard to beat
series.
because at least one of the two plays damn defense.
Here's another thought. Maybe if you don't fire your coach going into the playoffs, you have a fighting chance.
I actually like that guy though. He's not that bad. For him to be able to adjust on the fly against Ty Lue like that, like he's fighting in a series.
not a
that's
terrible
pretty close. I mean,
From what
He's
I
not a
understand, he
terrible
was
coach.
fired for non-basketball reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
He was fired for arguing with the GM, and they both got fired.
Yeah.
he's fired for doing the same thing that the current coach is doing now, which is playing Westbrook. Westbrook is balling.
Wait, you can't argue with your boss no more? Wait,
He
you
wasn't his
can't argue
boss.
with your boss
He
no more?
wasn't the GM, ain't the coach boss. Like let's understand hierarchies and how they work. The GM is not
Then
the
this
coach's
argument
boss.
really shouldn't matter then.
The owner is the coach's boss, and the GM overstepped, and he
Oh,
caused
it is.
a
So
whole lot.
the argument shouldn't matter.
What it became was a distraction to the team, and it got very disrespectful. And it was, like I said, it went beyond basketball, and that's why they were both let go.
Like I say, I think I argue with mine every other day, and I still got a job.
You know what's great about being a contractor? If I get in an argument with my boss, people are gonna want to lock me up. So
The problem with my job, if I argue with my boss, I'm arguing with a retired chief. I can't do that.
That ain't right. That ain't gonna
I'm
work.
not gonna argue with somebody that didn't serve for 30 years and then been in this job for 20. Like, I'm not doing that. I would be let go that day.
Hey, you want to know what? I will tell you what's wild. Is my boss is a retired commander from the Air Force. Like he had a whole bait installation that reported to him. We argue every other day about something.
He was a colonel,
but he gave me a raise, so I guess he enjoyed arguing with me every other day.
Right, he must.
Yeah, I know. He had an installation, like he had a whole installation. So he was up there, up there.
Yeah, he was a wing commander.
That's my homie though. We just don't be agreeing on shit. So we get it done though.
Hey, it be like that. But there's different kind of arguments. There's the playful disagreement.
No, we argue, but
and then it's the when you a bitch. Like, you can't do that.
Man.
I'm just saying.
Oh man.
There's levels.
You're right. You're right.
Listen.
And
that
whole situation, it got, excuse me. That whole situation, it went beyond basketball, right? They feel like they still have a good enough team.
Yeah.
But the owner takes culture over winning any day.
They need to get
and you can see that within their organization.
Yeah.
The culture matters. And once I learned the rest of the details, I didn't feel too bad about it.
If they can't do their job that is that bad, then both of y'all gotta go.
Yeah, both of y'all gotta go. Can we not agree to disagree? No. All right. Well,
y'all gotta go.
The unemployment line is calling your name.
See you later.
Damn, I wish you'd have brought me another root beer with that food.
Man, the fact that I can't drink that no more. I mean, there are zeros that I can drink, but my most definitely I need to be careful with this sugar now. The old people say I got that sugar. Yeah, I got that sugar now, so I got to be careful. Real quick, Florida State Seminole Social Stout. They're doing this is their 6th year doing their backpack giveaway. They're doing it in Orlando on July the 19th. July 20th, they're doing it in Tallahassee. July 19th, they're doing it in Orlando. Sunday, July 20th, they're doing it in Orlando. July 26th is Tallahassee. July 27th is in Tallahassee. August the 2nd is in Jacksonville, and August the 3rd is in Jacksonville also. So one day they're going to do backpacks. The other day they're going to do backpacks and youth football camps. So if you can, go there. It's a $36 helps them with each book bag. $36 gives them a book bag. If you can help, go ahead, help. Like I said, we're trying to be of service to the community. So if you can help, that means one less kid is without, and parents like Troy don't have to take that big old Amazon list and start going through it. Like, I don't want them people to ever bother me ever for the rest of the year. So if you can help, please help. But I want to talk about the Celtics, but they playing the team that got one offense. ISO with the kid from Duke and hope for the best.
My man Franz Wagner and pray.
Hans and Franz ain't gonna pump you up.
Well, Franz,
Mr. Wagner
he's got 20. He averages 20 just with Paulo. What you mean? Or 20, 25 with Paulo.
I understand the stats, but I also watch the game.
He does the same thing. He's 16.
Well, I was watching Powell, but Franz, if you look at his turnovers, he looked like that kid that in the little league that his feet don't match his height, and he looked discombobulated. See, I'm always hating. Let's go to the game.
Until he and Nick, and then you happy.
No, I don't want him. Do you understand? I am barely accepting of Cat. What you think I'm gonna do with Hans and Franz? No.
Hans and Franz.
No.
You make him mad. His name is Franz Wagner. Get it right, please.
All right. So let's go back to that was Sunday. Yes, that was Sunday they played, right? Yeah, they played Sunday. All right. So go back to the box score. God, dog, Orlando played almost everybody. Is that coach eligible? Is he a free agent this year? I'm just asking for a friend.
No.
Nope. Mobley, I think his name.
Franz Wagner had 5 turnovers. His plus minus was minus 15.
I mean, that's going to happen when you play the Boston Celtics. It's not really that's not really fair.
Now, if you look at his stats, he was 10 of 24, not terrible, 1 for 6, and he had 3 rebounds and 5 assists.
But the Celtics play a lot of players, though.
They played a lot of players. The Magic played a lot of players. He's 16, so I ain't gonna
You know what I'm saying? He's not supposed to be getting assists like that. And how many points he had?
He had 23 points.
You know what I'm saying? He does it that's a good second option. That's a great second option. That's like a T. Higgins in football. That's great.
He had egregious turnovers.
It'd be like that.
Them turnovers turn into Boston runs.
The thing is, they don't have a point guard.
I agree.
They were just like the Knicks when Brunson went down, because Brunson went down, McBride went down, Payne went down. For them, Jalen Suggs went down. I forgot they lost somebody else, something like that. Oh, Anthony Black.
Cole Anthony, is he still a point guard?
he's
He's
back
a
now.
tweener. Yeah,
he's off the bench right now.
But I'm looking at like these. Pritchard had 19. I know Derek White didn't have 30 points. I know Derek White ain't. Who was the guards in Orlando? Who was playing guard in Orlando?
Corey Joseph started the game for them. Corey fucking Joseph.
26 minutes. He was getting cardio. The zeros that is in his stat line. He was getting cardio. What happened to Doc? He was getting cardio. 26 minutes. 0 of 1 from the field. 0 of 1 from 3. Everything else is zeros except 2 assists and 5 player fouls. Who was Harris?
Harris
on Gary Harris.
Oh,
Gary Harris
on the Magic.
Shooting guard, 14 minutes. Yeah, he just had he had 1 rebound.
Yep, chips. He's terrible. That's the thing, like the Magic offense, their entire offense is Paolo and Franz. That's it. You'll be lucky if you see 5 points from anybody else.
They took 60 shots, 60 plus shots. And I want to be like, I want to be like, oh, what a magnificent job Boston did. They didn't. They did not. And I'm loving this new. It's not just that the players are playing hard. The referees are reffing the game like it's 90s basketball, except for when it was the Knicks. Then they forgot, like, you also call fouls both ways. But this has been enjoyable basketball to watch. Except Memphis. Like, can Memphis just go fishing now? Like, do we have to play this thing out? Do we got to really do this?
I agree. This is terrible.
TP, you muted.
Really bad basketball.
Yeah.
But, I mean, well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the chaos that just exploded in the sweat.
Oh, damn. I was talking and y'all couldn't hear me.
What chaos in the sweat? They was good this week.
Before you go to commercial, I was saying the Bucks better get their shit together because they about to get swept too.
Yeah, man.
Game should be back for the game 3.
He was back today.
He back today.
He was back, but he wasn't back.
Fair enough, but still.
He back, but he ain't back.
I thought, I'm just gonna say this: all of that noise a few years ago that Giannis was this Greek freak that was gonna take over the NBA. I kind of knew that was cap.
Bro, he had 38 and 18. He is still him. He don't have help. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, half the reason why he don't have help is because he tried to keep his brother on contract. Stop it.
I mean, yeah, that's part of it.
He should have sent that man to CDL school and been done with it. If he hadn't saved his money while he was in the league, that is a him problem.
CDL school is wild.
He had 2 brothers in the league.
Electrician, plumber, welder, EMT.
But listen, this is how they was helping.
Pharmaceutical sales.
They was trying to help LeBron. They put his brother on there to try and get him to come to LA.
The Masters just need to go.
I just, you know what?
Need to go. Is either your brother go or you can go with him.
Pretty much. We'll be right back. So, professionally, get your dollars, dog. Get paid. I want you to get all your money.
Have y'all not been seeing Tom Brady when they don't make the playoff? I mean, when he's not in the Super Bowl, he's commentating the week of, talking.
The
when it's in
numbers
the
go
off
crazy.
season, he got his hair. Look, I said a long time ago, Tom Brady ain't a football player. That's a model.
That's Mr. Giselle. I mean,
That's
come on,
Mr.
man.
Giselle. And like,
Damn, this man is.
he been
What
setting
more?
himself
What
up.
more do he have to do to be a man?
I'm sorry. Let's not do
He
that.
is a
Let's not act like
boy.
he was. Hold on. Let's not act like he was a little chubby around the waist until he met Giselle. Because when he was with that actress,
What was it?
he wasn't working out like that. He wasn't eating like that. He got with Giselle. He started eating right.
Oh man! So he went winning Super Bowl.
I'm talking about he doing Pilates and shit and plyometrics. He doing all. Come on,
Hey,
man.
look, I'm gonna say it like this: Tom Brady made a transformation at some point in his professional career. He went from "I'll have her home by 11" to "She called me daddy too."
Oh man.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
At first, I just want to say, to be fair, right? I'm not just calling Tom Brady Miss Giselle. Like, if I wasn't Mr. Heidi Klum, then I would be okay with people calling me Mr. Heidi Klum. I would perfectly be okay with people calling me Mr. Heidi Klum.
Well, he
That
ain't
being,
Mrs. Giselle no more, and she's Miss Miss Yoga Instructor.
again,
Woo!
I
Boy,
can't feel sorry.
Times change.
I can't feel sorry for Tom Brady, but that, whatever. So after, all of the news about Shannon Sharp broke, Lionel from Prairie View A&M gave his SWAT predictions. And it don't even matter who was in the two contenders he put is Alabama State in the East, and he put Prairie View A&M in the West. Now, Prairie View A&M has a brand new coach. Man just got off the bus, assembling his team. His portal announcements, he turned into a rap album and a track list. It is good PR. All of that great PR is all well and fine. Southern is still over there. Grambling is still over there. Texas Southern is still over there. Alcorn is in the West too, right?
Yep.
So Alcorn is still over there. You have other teams who didn't have a lot of turnover that are still over there. And then he said Alabama State. Whatever you feel about Alabama State, my only question is, are they going to throw the football? That's it. Because what we saw at the Orange Blossom Classic between them and North Carolina Central, we know why FAMU is back in the Orange Blossom Classic. They did not throw the football. So do I think from last year to this year, and there was no major turnover at Alabama State, are they all of a sudden going to take and Andrew Biden? I don't know if he's back or what's going on with him. Are they going to take Andrew Body, protect him, and throw the football? Because he does have an injury history. But when he was
take him because he want to run. We can't really take him because he want to run.
So,
and because he want to run and not stay in the pocket, he gonna get his skull cracked every week.
Like people don't understand. Like the SWAT play real football. They hit hard. Listen, when you in the stands and you think it's pity, I get it. It ain't your granddaddy football. It ain't pity pat either. It is a lot of rivalries and a lot of anger. And it's a lot of fans like me that be juicing that anger up on the internet.
You do be juicing.
All it is, he just chose violence today. And he got people talking.
It got so bad that people was going in on each other's mascots in the MEAC. and it's all Lionel fault. And I'm gonna get Lionel on the show, but he need to know the chaos that started today came from him. And I understand his logic somewhat, because I am a very fan-driven person. That some of my fandom can get a little bit out of control. But
get these guys off the court. I'm sorry. I had an outburst.
You know what?
Because I had a Derrick Rose flashback. Because they're up 20, and these guys are in the game. Get them off the court with 20 seconds left.
What's the parlay, DK? We need to know what the parlay is.
No, I'm cool. No. I'm cool, but I just look. I get that there's a point in the game. Yes. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because player safety. TP is all I'm advocating for right now. Because we've seen it with Derrick Rose. We're talking about, or Troy was talking about it with Finch. If that's the road we're going down, look, the game is over. I get that, like with the era that we're in now with the 3-point ball and all that. Like you can't come back. Like there's I don't know. You could go on a run real quick.
Not with 20 seconds.
What happened?
Not with 20 seconds.
Right, that's all I'm saying, man. Like, get them out the game, man. The game's over. You're down 20.
Well, like I say, in all of this tussling, I have given content creators and SWAC and MEAC and HBCU media people links to a poll for the SWAC predictions, the way too early SWAC predictions. I'm also going to do a MEAC poll in about 2 weeks, because I'm going to try and get a couple people on the show next week, on the Thursday show, to try and go through this whole SWAC thing. And we ain't going to be like that other podcast. Ain't nobody abstaining. State your case. Why you think who should be well. And we're going to keep it moving. And that's going to be the way to early predictions. And we're going to stand on business. We're going to straight stand on business. I ain't saying who I'm picking.
So y'all want, so you
what's
want me to
understood
choose,
don't need to be said.
So you want me to choose violence today, don't you, Troy? For next week?
No, we ain't got to choose violence. You ain't got to choose violence today. Just know that we're going to stand on business. We're not going to be... this is not... I did not get all my friends together and create a platform to pretend that we are unbiased. I'm not doing that. I'm absolutely not doing that. We also not doing Fat Mouth Sports After Dark, because we do way too much before dark to let them to do something after dark. We ain't doing no after dark.
No. We got to do it after dark. One day.
Oh God.
See? After homecoming.
Hey, I say,
who's homecoming?
Did you say after homecoming?
We all pull up with a bottle. Marlo got to be here too.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And we just go in. Like,
so we're gonna do this on Thursday.
Hold on, it's gonna be. We're gonna get, like I said, it's gonna be a couple Thursdays that we get. Try and get some people on here and talk about the SWAC. As far as this after dark thing, if we want to do it after dark, if we could get Mrs. TP to come down to Miami for the Orange Blossom Classic, we can have a big old time. We can have big fun in the city.
You still try to get TP caught up.
All right.
It is an invite for Mrs. TP as well. It's not just TP. I ain't like, come on, hang with the boys. I ain't doing that. I'm just, come down.
The problem is it's in Miami.
Miami is
in trouble.
Listen, I've gone to Miami with my significant other and came back with no problem. No problem.
But where the kids gonna be? That's the question. So you got to think about the logistics.
The logistics are an issue. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on the logistics. There are times when I wish my mama was around. This is one of those times, because my mama had the kids fed and sleep by 8:30. Nah, your kids done ate everything they wanted to eat except candy and junk.
Sound like your mama and my mama went to the same school to take your ass to bed.
She gonna give them about 35, 45 minutes of TV. By the time that food is set in, they're gonna sleep anyway. So, but I mean, that's just the idea. Just let Miss TP watch the end of the show. Say, hey, check this out. But no, again, there's some things that we cannot do. But again, homecoming. I am under no illusions that Miss TP gonna let you come to homecoming. I don't even go in the game.
No.
Where is homecoming?
In Tallahassee.
I might can swing that one.
Yes.
Or I might get swung on. It's up. I just don't know.
You are more likely to get swung on by homecoming than Miami. I promise you.
I need you to call Miss Parker right now and ask for permission. I need to see how this goes on stream.
No, don't do it. Don't. We don't do it. Calling people
when is homecoming?
It is the weekend of October 17th, birthday weekend in Tallahassee.
Yep.
See, I might can run that.
Yes.
Mike can run that.
I ain't gonna be able to run it, but because I'll be in Vegas that following week.
Oh, come on now.
October the 25th.
Man, you know what?
Damn, I'm taking 2 weekends off. That's what that sounds like.
Let's do a fundraiser. Let's go ahead and start the fundraiser early. Get the podcast fundraiser going, so we can just go ahead and handle business like everybody else do, and bring the whole podcast.
You need to come to Jackson so you can go and cook that mullet that you've been talking about for long.
Man, them people talking about they don't eat no mullet. I'm like, how you?
What's mullet?
DK, your people is from Louisiana.
No, they're not. South Carolina.
And you. So mullet is a fish in the South.
Oh.
Some people smoke it. A lot of people fry it. We kind of, yeah.
Get some fish,
yeah. Like my granddaddy used to go fishing.
We doing a catch and cook. We going to catching it too.
Yeah, catch and cook.
Listen, it's gonna be a drinking weekend. Y'all don't want me near water this weekend. This ain't the weekend y'all want me near water. This is the weekend I'm in the parking lot.
Yeah, we can hit like tackle when you get up here. Both sides.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we can go up to Boston and hit Dry Lake. I'm down for either one.
See?
I mean, you sound like Travis Hunter. That boy, that's a country boy.
I mean, listen.
I've said that so many times.
Listen, when you going to school in Tallahassee, it's only a few things to do that's outdoorsy. That's fish and hunt.
See?
Yeah.
Hunt all them damn lizards y'all got over there.
So,
yeah, what?
Listen, the lizards ain't the problem. The lizards ain't the problem. I promise you, hunting. The problem is if you mess around, like we've had misfortunes to run up on boar at the wrong time.
Yeah, boar? Y'all got boar down there?
Wow.
Yeah, but now they invasive, so you can pretty much drop them when you see them.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. But you can't. Yeah. Can you really eat that though? You can't really do nothing with that.
Yeah, it's a hog. You can eat them.
You can. Yes, you can.
Hey, Jamal, tell him it's on the when you see a wild hog.
Oh, it's all then. It's up if I see me a hog. Oh, he don't want to see me in them streets.
Oh, yes,
you carry down there. It's over.
It is on site when you see the hog, but you better see the hog before the hog see you. They call them. The XFL team was Florida Huskers for a reason.
Oh, okay.
Think it's a game and think they can't move. That's your ass, Mr. Pope.
Them cat bastards can move.
I'm just telling you. But me and Marlo gonna put some plan together and concoct something up.
If you do early predictions for the SWAC, I would say call line. I would say hit up Lionel. I would say hit up. Not tomorrow, but Thursday, because I'm gonna be ready for Thursday night. I don't have to work Thursday night.
Not this Thursday. Next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
I can't, bro. I'm gonna be on my. I'm be doing 8 days on next week.
But we'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out because we really need to figure out what we're gonna do Thursday on draft night, because draft night
is draft night.
Is Thursday is draft night. We got to do big on draft night because let me tell you something.
So we'll simulcast on Thursday night.
Yeah, because the crash out clock will be on the screen. Because if I hear anything other than Raiders and Ashton Genty, crash out will be activated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cussing everybody out in the Raiders organization, even a Piccolo player.
If y'all don't get him,
because there is no reason we should not be getting a running back at that spot. If you wanted a quarterback, you shouldn't have won no game. We're getting a running back.
Unless the Jaguars take him first. Yes.
Exactly.
Word on the street is Jaguars might mess up the whole draft and take Shador.
Yeah, okay.
That won't be the first time the Jaguars have ruined an entire draft.
Would that really mess up the draft, though?
What's the Jaguars draft position for the first round?
Fifth.
Oh, is it fifth?
Fifth.
Yeah.
It's.
I mean, is that really messing up the draft, though?
Yeah.
Yes, it is, because if he's projected second round and he go first round, not everybody got to shift their board.
They're shifting their board
not those players that you didn't think would be available.
But he's not projected in the second round, is he?
The end of the if he doesn't go 3, he's projected.
Late first.
Yeah, if he doesn't go 3, they're projecting him to be in like.
I can already tell y'all what's gonna happen if he doesn't go in the top 5. If he doesn't go top 5, be ready for a team to trade back into the first round. One of those top 5 teams going to trade back into the top 5 into the first round and get him at the tail end of the first round.
Or maybe the Saints too.
Jaguars pick 5th, but I got a feeling Ashton Genty is gonna go 3rd though. I don't think he's gonna.
I want to thank Sam Ancho while we talking about the George Sanders, because he did a very good breakdown, and I feel like me and him we here with it. Jackson Dart is the second best quarterback in this draft. He's QB2. If I'm thinking Jackson Dart is going to have the best career out of all 3 of them. I put him at QB1, but I know that everybody is really high on Cam, so we're gonna let the Titans take Cam at 1, and then all we about to do is send Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter at him, and we're gonna watch that man fold like origami. So it doesn't matter to me. They can go ahead and take Cam at 1. At the end of the day, Dart is the better quarterback than both of them.
Well, it's already confirmed that he's going number 1 anyway. Tennessee already said it.
Yeah,
he's number 1.
Yeah, he's going number 1. But I see Jackson Dart as QB2 on this draft board.
Because you brought that up, TP, let me go ahead and tell you that I have a feeling the Raiders are going to be the agents of chaos. If Shador Sanders falls below 20, we have the 37th pick in the draft. That is like top 3, top 4 in the second round. You bet your butt naked dollar we're gonna trade up to try and grab him in the first round.
If they go,
what's the problem with that? That's a great.
If they go against the door and Jackson Dart is still available, I hope they lose every game.
Well, no, like he shouldn't be then. at that point.
Listen,
no, that's what he's saying. He's saying if Shador drops down to 20, then the Raiders got to trade back up and go get him.
I can see the ignorance of Tom Brady coming through in the clutch.
Hopefully, Tom Brady sees the same thing I see in the fact that Jackson Dart is a better quarterback.
Now, if Jackson Dart is no for real, if Jackson Dart is in the top 5 or at least top 10 in the draft on Thursday, that puts everything up right there for everybody.
It is going to be a run on quarterbacks for absolutely no reason at all.
No, it won't. No, it won't, because after Jackson Dart, the list is done.
It won't be until the second round. The round that the quarterback's going to run off.
And I know my Texans, our draft board has 3 offensive linemen, and they're ranked. And whoever is available and is at the top of the rank, that's who we're taking. There is no the guesswork is done. We have to protect CJ Stroud. And then in the second, third, and so on throughout the draft, we can look to bolster our defensive line. We can look to add more weapons for CJ. But bottom line, we have to protect number 7. What happened last year cannot happen again. We still won 10 games with no protection for the quarterback. Kenyon Green, we loved you, but you're gone, and I'm happy you're gone because you left that man out to dry more times than I can count. So we have to we have to go offensive line. I see Abdul Carter going in the top 3. He is the best pass rusher in the draft. He is somebody who can play with his hand in the dirt. He can stand up. He can do it all. If you need him to drop back in the coverage, good luck. But I think he's athletic enough to be able to do it. As far as best talent on defense, there is nobody ranked anywhere near Abdul Carter in this draft. So if defense is your need, go get number 11 from Penn State.
Well,
You'll be happy.
I can tell you with my Cowboys, if y'all can hear me with my Cowboys, we draft the offensive line. I think I'm gonna go with the Matthew Golden pick that we talked about last week, right? I'll go with him, give CD a number 2 on the other side. And then in the later rounds, we're gonna go offensive lineman. And one of them got us picking Carson Benson from Alabama A&M, which is a project. But there's
a lot of projects. It's always there's always projects. Yeah. Anything outside of the first round is going to be viewed as either should be a starter at some point or a project.
Remember, you have more time now with quarterbacks because they don't have that that Sam, the kid from Oklahoma. They don't have that contract anymore because everything's already spelled out. So with the franchise tag, you got players a little bit longer. They have a longer runway. So it's almost like back in the day where they actually took time and developed quarterbacks. So the same thing with offensive linemen.
Who messed up the cap for the draft pick?
It was the kid from Oklahoma who was the first pick the year before Cam was.
It was what's that boy's name?
He went to matter of fact, he went to the Rams.
We don't talk about Sooners on this podcast.
Baker Mayfield. Yeah.
Sam Bradford.
You like that guy?
No, you talking about Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford.
I know who you talking about. Fuck him.
But yeah, no. I mean, so collective bargain agreements work. Bullying works. That's one of the good things that the NFLPA got out of collective bargain agreements.
So best believe if they didn't put that in there, when Cam Newton came out, Cam Newton was going to get $100 million as a rookie.
Yeah. So it's again, it's understandable. Like that couldn't be sustained. Too many busts were happening. So that's understandable. But again, my Raiders, Jesus be offense. we will, so this Thursday we're gonna do, I don't know how long we're gonna be able to go because the draft is a long first round. And again, this ain't like back in the day where they'll start the draft at like 7:00 and I think they're starting at 8:00, 9:00, something like that. So by the time they start, we'll be live. Yeah. So we'll be live, and I think they'll do the first 2 rounds.
I think it's
night
just the
1.
first round.
Oh, they're just doing the first. So if it's just the first round, we should be okay.
Round.
Okay. So we should be okay.
First round.
And yeah, after the first round, we should be able to have like a little minute to do our our thoughts on the first round, and I can absolutely stupid at the ignorance that the Raiders done pull, because what is a draft without the Raiders acting absolutely goofy? We got anyway, so that'll be coming up this week. And again, in the near future, I will put the way too early MEAC poll up because I feel like I 100% need some get back. It's some MEAC podcasts out there that feel some type of way about certain teams in the SWAC, and that's okay. That's okay. But some of y'all got to come to Tallahassee. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And the closer we get to the season, I just want to know when we get to the closer we get to the season, I just want to know if these MEAC schools want a better eyebrow. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know, because like if we keep it a buck, FAMU was 3-0 in the MEAC last year.
Talk about it.
I'm just saying we had better winning record than teams in the MEAC. So I ain't trying to start nothing. I'm just putting the truth out there. Truth will set you free. And again, close we get to the season, we're gonna see if you're serious about your team and see if you want a better eyebrow.
Hey, there's a quarterback that's in the portal that came from Norfolk State.
Listen, I don't 100% know anybody's quarterback situation because I went to FAMU spring game, and we know we saw a lot of players that are not your frontline starters. So there was a lot of, hey, these are developmental players and whatever. So I don't know for sure what is in the cupboard. But I seen this young man, Daniels, up close, live, and in living color. I'm not sure why he's not in Norfolk. I'm not even mad. I only have two requirements: that he don't end up in the SWAC East and he don't end up at NCCU. That's it. He can go in. He can go anywhere else.
But kids are funny.
Yeah.
That's going to be hell on wheels right there.
Miles got sugar in his eye.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know how that happens. Look, he's banging on the door. He's like, Dad, I gotta tell you something. I got sugar in my eye. I said, go tell your mama. He said, I'm telling you.
TP.
That instantly had to make you laugh for a little second.
You know I got in trouble today, right? Ash got me in trouble, and it wasn't even my fault.
Oh, you forgot his shoe size again?
He was at school. He was at aftercare. And for everybody that thinks this is a good, clean podcast, it's gonna cease to be clean right now. Apparently, Ash told them kids at the playground they can suck his balls.
That's an uppercut to the chin right there.
So I get a phone call while I'm just leaving the hospital because I got to get ready for my biopsy next week. And I'm thinking it's about something else because I always answer the phone with Ash Mom, what's wrong? Because it's always something wrong when she calls. So this time, because she normally say ain't nothing wrong, why you always say that? This time she said, you need to be careful what you say around my son. I said, what? I said, what I said this time. And she told me what he had said on the playground. And she asked him where he got that from. And he said he heard my daddy say it. I said, that don't sound like me. But remember, we just went to the spring game, so maybe he heard something in the crowd.
Wait, what was it again?
He's told them churn that they can suck his balls. I know I don't use that phrasing, right? I may cuss, I may say some stuff out the way. That phrasing is not a Troy phrasing. I know I ain't say that. So I called Marlo because, maybe Marlo had said something, because Marlo has said some phrases in the air and Ash has picked up and we've had to correct that. So say, hey, Marlo, we ain't never say. He was like, no, that's some things that we, as the type of men that we are, don't say. I said, okay, cool. So I called his mom back and I said, yeah, I ain't say that. This boy gonna say, yes, you did. I heard you say it. Boy, I'm finna stomp you. I'm finna stomp you.
Great
your mama. Because I ain't never say nothing. No, I don't want to call it a blatant lie. I don't want to say he's lying, but I've never used that phrasing. So I know
that don't sound like
the school that he goes to is exactly the school that he goes to has a group of people that use that phrase. I am not those people. And I'm starting to realize more and more that him being with them people may start to be a problem, and I need to rein him in a little bit, because I wanted to drive all the way to Ruskin and punch him in the throat, but I had stuff to do. And I can't punch him in the throat later because that's wrong.
I mean, it's wrong to ever punch him in the throat.
TP, y'all have heard Melissa. So you can just imagine the conversation I had about that phrasing that I didn't say. I'm not saying I'm going to punch him in the throat, but I want to. I love my kid. Do I want to put him in the headlock every other day? Yes, I do.
He hung you out to dry.
And
that's when you have a conversation with him and you supposed to have my back.
So
blame it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Even if it's true, blame it on
And if his mama watching the podcast, I'm sure that's going to be a conversation. Absolutely sure that's going to be a conversation. But I want to make sure I ain't missed nothing, because I know it's been one heck of a day. One heck of a day. Charlie Ward, basketball coach at Florida A&M. I did miss something. You know who congratulated Charlie Ward for being the head basketball coach at Florida A&M? The War Chant publication. And I ain't never really had beef with War Chant. I just feel like that congratulations was disingenuous. And I feel that way because we have questionable moves across Gain Street that is happening with the basketball program. And I realized Luke Lux just got there. Maybe he got a vision that we can't see. But Charlie Ward been in Tallahassee for a while, coaching high school basketball. And I could be wrong, but I probably would prefer the headline of, and this is nothing against FAMU. This is strictly about Florida State. Their headline should be, how we don't have Charlie Ward. How was he not in the running? It's a slam dunk hire for FAMU. You instantly become relevant locally. So it's easier to push businesses to get on board with, hey, let's do some sponsorships. let's have an event, so on and so forth, because everybody loves Charlie Ward. I'm sorry, Charlie Ward Jr. because Senior played at FAMU. So there were some missed opportunities at War Chant when it came to Charlie Ward. But that's okay. Because FAMU should prosper. AD19 is doing great things at FAMU. So it's going to be exciting. And she already told everybody, you can go get your season tickets. Once I get everything worked out, I'm going to figure out how we're going to do basketball season. But good things are happening at FAMU. So I want the SWAC to be nice to each other.
You don't lie.
I do. I want the SWAC to be nice to each other. Somebody posted a thing. What fan base is garbage but think they're really good? And it's the University of Florida. It's the Bootskins.
They don't think they good.
They do. They think they're good. I'm sorry. Let me say this again. Say this differently. They think they're better than Florida State. Right? Congratulations to them on their national championship in basketball. Yeah, this is Florida. We're a football state.
Oh my God, you mad? They beat. Oh my. But
I'm
if y'all
happy,
won in basketball,
I'm happy for them, right? I'm happy for them. Florida's seen as a basketball state, even though them players ain't really from whatever. That being said, Florida will talk like they have won something in the last 10 years. When did Tebow leave? Yeah, that's the last time they won something. So I can't take them serious. And at this point, the University of Miami, I'm not mad at the University of Miami. Like, the fact that I dislike them is an insult to me because they ain't been back since I was in undergrad. I'm sorry, since I was in grad school. That was the last time they was back. Mm-hmm. So I have an older son who's never known Miami to be good. So I don't hate Miami. I just have questions. Like, when is the HOA going to approve your on-campus stadium? That's all I need to know. Because y'all keep playing at that stadium that's a whole different city away. But I digress. I shouldn't just... It's not nice to say mean things to people. If Marlo was here, I would let Marlo say mean things about that school in Daytona.
See, but I thought we was not hating. Okay.
So that relationship go beyond the SWAC. That started at the beginning of the time.
Okay.
Mary Churn be playing. You've seen it on the internet. They be playing like they good Christian churn, but they be throwing bricks in people's windows. And I keep trying to explain to them, like, y'all be trying to say that y'all good Christian kids. Black Beach Weekend happened in Daytona. That's all I need to say. All I need to say. The debauchery wasn't happening in Tallahassee. Well, I'm gonna limit how I say that. But that week, it was down there. Real quick, South Carolina State basketball. They've had two really quiet, good signings in the last 2 days. They picked up a 7-foot kid out of St. Pete. Want to know why I'm mad at Florida State? I'm from St. Pete. The kid went to St. Pete College, which is our JUCO. And he's going all the way to South Carolina. 7 foot. I can't. South Carolina State is going to be a problem. A MEAC school with a 7-footer that can play. That's a problem. Also, I knew I was missing something. We talked about the Harper kid from Howard. Bryce Harper, if I'm not, did I say that right? From Howard. Kid was on Sports Illustrated. He's being represented by Clutch Sports. And a gentleman, and we're just going to call him Uncle right now. So everybody know who I'm talking about. I don't really want to say his name because he done went ghost since he was up and down my timeline predicting that Mr. Harper was going to be at the University of Maryland. That, if I'm not mistaken, I want to make sure I say the words correctly. That letter of intent is already signed. He's already going to Maryland. That was 3 weeks ago. There's been no announcement. And I said, if he don't sign, I'm going to blast him. We here. Because Maryland ain't in the list of teams as finalists to sign him. And oh, by the way, the name that was at the top of that list is Howard. Because as we understood, we do not believe that that gentleman is asking for a lot of money. And Howard is the Ivy League school of HBCU or of the MEAC. So it's not like they're a private school. It's not like they don't have money. And if what's true is true and he's not asking for a lot of money, I'm 50-50 him going back to Howard. Now, there are other schools. Creighton, I think, was one of the schools. There are schools that are in the Northeast that, you know, look attractive, but it ain't Maryland. And y'all, Maryland esteemed alums don't even like the basketball coach. So, again, Mr. Uncle, we ask you all the time, when you say sources, you got to be able to be a man and come on the screen and say, my sources was wrong or my information was invalid. I don't like playing media. I don't like playing journalists. But when I'm wrong, I come on this podcast and tell you, hey, I was wrong by that. I absolutely love to be right in good situations. I hate to be right in bad situations. I'd much rather be wrong in bad situations. But this is a situation, we've seen this coming. That hoping and praying. Like, your mentions shot through the roof. Your views shot through the roof. I sat there and watched it all happen. And I reached out to a person that I trust. I'm like, hey, this dude's saying that, and this don't match what I'm hearing. And when I was told what I was told, I went right on. I went, yeah, when this dude wrong, I'll be back. Yeah, I go. This journalism thing is a serious thing. It is absolutely serious. We sit here and we pontificate on stuff, but when we have actual news, we vet it. I'm in the process of vetting this whole Arkansas NIL buyout thing. I need to run all that information down. Because if we doing buyouts on NIL contracts, oh, it's finna get ugly. So, but again, we're gonna get through these parting shots real quick. In the face. Oh boy. Boy. Again, if you can donate to the foundation, we would appreciate it. It's always good to help others if you can. Definitely always good to help others. I'm not gonna be long. I'm not gonna be long at all. It's the NBA playoffs. I haven't been this happy about NBA basketball in a very long time. It looks like the basketball that I like. Absolutely looks like the basketball I like. They're getting physical. I don't like the brush screen. I don't really like that because why you holding dude? But it's a physical game. There is hand check. If you haven't paid attention, the elbow is not extended, but it's hand checking. I'm cool with that. Not just letting people run around free. People are earning shots. I'm sorry. Most everybody not letting people run around free. Luka just letting people launch shots all day long. But this is good basketball, man.
He had
Absolute
14
good
points in the
basketball.
first quarter.
How many stops he got? How many stops he got?
He got more points than the other team combined. He don't need that many stops. If he got more points,
there was a dude in the NBA. He used to say, "Get back." That's his defense. His defense was, "I'm gonna get you back on the other end." That's Luka.
I'm gonna get you back on the other.
You shot a three. I'm gonna get one back. So, again, all jokes aside, it's been good basketball. I can't even complain. As bad as I want to roast JJ Redick for some bad decisions, his play calling hasn't been bad. He has a severe deficiency that people can target, and they target me. Also, whichever one of you some bitches gave Austin Reeves AR-15, you need your ass whipped.
Boy, he's been that. That's been his number since he got there. So it just so happened that like he was
what was it, a Mamba of the Ozarks? AR.
Wow.
If you don't take, and what's the other dude with the headband? Who the other? Oh, Dalton Connect.
Oh,
I mean, we remember Andre Kirilenko, AK-47.
That's what
That's
I'm saying. AK-47 like put in work, like did damage. He was so damaged.
You don't think Austin Reeves put in work?
I'm sure he listen.
You sound like a hater.
If somebody told me, man, Austin Reeves gonna put 40 on your neck. Who was that?
In order to survive with LeBron, with a guy like LeBron, like he's shown his
we clown people for being witnesses, and then we clown them for wanting to stand out.
I'm gonna say that as a clip. But again, real quick, enjoy the playoffs. It's that time of year. But TP, what you got for us?
I mean, my Rockets 0-1. It was too many open shots. What I tell y'all, Jimmy Butler plays basketball in the playoffs. We cannot just sit back and just watch people shoot. You gotta run them off the 3-point line. You have to. Curry cannot be left alone anywhere past that 3/4 court. It got ugly. It got ugly fast. But I don't give a shit. Steph Curry, Stephen Curry, Butler, Jimmy, whatever you want to call them. Rockets in 5, man. Turn it around. Four straight, and let's get out of there. 4 straight, and let's get out of there.
What you got for us, DK?
Well, obviously with my Suns, not being in the playoffs, I don't have, a crazy amount of stake in the playoffs. But overall, as Troy said, it's been a really, really good playoffs. It's been very entertaining. I guess the one disappointing game was seeing that Memphis got blown out yet again now. Combined 70 total points between the last 2 games. That's not ideal in terms of viewing and whatnot. But outside of that series, everything has been pretty good. I'm quite surprised that the Pistons showing some fight against the Knicks. I'm not usually one to be with Troy on the Tibbs hate, but like there's a little you could distribute the minutes a little bit better. I could say that. But that's been a good series, surprisingly. And as TP said earlier, Bucks gotta pick it up. Now down 0-2, but they're going back home. So we'll see. We'll see what right? Or
they gotta have both of them too.
Yeah, so
you gotta have both of them.
So we'll see, what happens with that series, and it looks like the Lakers are fighting back. It seems that the Lakers are fighting back. So,
did you watch Game 1, DK?
Of the
Lakers Timberwolves?
No.
It started the same way.
But like the other, like with the Lakers being up.
Yes, it started the same way.
Wow.
It looked like it was about to get ugly the other way, and it ended up being ugly. Lakers got blown out. So we'll see.
Excuse me. Well, I guess with that being said, then like LeBron not gonna let that happen twice. I'll be damned. Them two, they not sure. They not gonna let that happen twice. He understands the severity of the game. But yeah. Anyways, and hopefully this continues to be a fun playoffs. It sucks that the other team that I like, being the Magic, is probably going to end up getting swept by the Celtics, but that's neither here nor there. They need themselves a point guard. That's no surprise to anybody here. But anyways, that's going to be my time for the week. Hopefully we continue to get good playoff basketball, and then we got the draft coming on Thursday. Go Jaguars!
Again, just real quick on why I like the playoff basketball this year. White Dante just elbowed somebody in the neck, and they called it a blocking foul.
Yeah, that's a foul. You can't do that.
I like
a whole foul.
JJ ain't getting no calls. Don't nobody respect JJ yet. He just showed up. He not getting no respect. He barely better than that dude that was coaching soccer and decided he wanted to be an NBA coach. Barely. Oh, but anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out again. Hit the foundation if you can help. We appreciate it. It's all love. We would love. For myself, DK, Doc Holiday had to go to work. Lord Jamal had to take care of some family stuff. We are out of here.